Well, the new Texas Anti-Gang Center is now open.
It's a centralized location for law enforcement agencies to collaborate and combat violent crime around the state. GMAT's Emma Kay is here now to show us how that center is going to streamline operations to try and control gang activity. Good morning.
Good morning. The new facility brings several branches of law enforcement under one roof in Lubbock. That includes the Lubbock County Sheriff's Office and Police Department, DPS, Homeland Security, ATF, and the DEA. The state-funded Texas Anti-Gang Center started operations back in 2018. Since then, multiple agencies have worked together to solve gang-related crimes, but these collaborations happened at each agency's home base. This new setup lets collaborations on cases begin early so they can quickly identify gang members, track gang networks, and curb gang activity.
We care about the crimes that are being committed here. We care about the community members. People here genuinely want to solve all of these crimes, and they want to solve them quickly, and they want to solve them safely.
Lubbock County donated land for the project, and the center's construction was funded by a grant from the governor's office. The new building includes a briefing room large enough to accommodate all agencies, plus meeting rooms and space for each agency's equipment. They'll also have a prosecutor and an investigator from a district attorney's office in-house all the time. But all the teamwork doesn't end there. They say tips from the public are a critical part of their success. Lane, Deanna, back to you.
All right, Emma, thanks. Of course, if you do want to submit an anonymous tip and be a part of this project, you can call Texas Crime Stoppers here at the number on your screen, or call your local police department. You can even make a report through their online tip form.